Today I want to pose a couple of questions for Elva that you guys submitted in my Instagram story. And so the first question is whether the place that Elva is existing, whether that's pure joy and light with no darkness and evil. And the other question is how to make big decisions. And so I've posed those questions now. I'm just want to check in whether Elva is with us. I already called her in. If you're here and willing to answer some questions, will you please cross the roads for yes? And she already did. And will you open wide for no, please? So sometimes there can be these jolts of energy, as was just the case through my system. When there's sort of a resistance in the system, it jolts through. And that's a wide for no. And will you please move the rods in the direction of your energy? And Elva is always on behind my left shoulder. And there we go. So is this Elva? Yes. Thank you. And I'm going to go into the channel state, which is a state of semi-trance, and answer the questions for you guys. Hello and good day to you. We are so excited to be here and be answering the questions that you have posed for us. And we highly urge you to keep answering or asking questions for us so that we can connect more with you and be able to feel into what you're thinking and needing from us. The first question is very easy to answer, and that is a big yes. Where we are existing is a state of pure bliss, pure presence, and pure love. It is a state devoid of negativity and heavy emotions. And so that is really a joyful and easy existence where things are moving very smoothly. And there's a reason that we are in that position, and that is that we are constantly looking at our definitions and are choosing moment to moment to make the definitions of reality positive. And so we are actively choosing moment to moment to move in a positive direction that is creating lightness and up-leveling our frequency. We also want to say that the experience that you're having on planet Earth is not necessarily bad because it is a lower frequency. You are existing on this level of reality in this dimension because you are exploring a part of reality that needs to be explored. As you are made of God and everything is made of God, source energy, God is bad in quotation marks, true, bad and evil and dark. That is just as much God or essence as pure light and love and high vibrations. So it is very important to know that you as human beings are exploring a part of reality that needs to be explored. And that is the reality of polarities, where you are holding both the negative and the positive poles and are playing around with finding the balance between the two. And so the quest for humanity right now is to not turn the cheek to the darkness, to what you call evil, and ignore it or suppress it, but really allow it out into the open really look at the shadows and integrate them into your field, into yourself, and into your society. So a very important part of you raising your frequency is to really allow the darkness to come out of the shadows and into the light and hold the polarity of existence without judgment and with only equanimity around the two. And it's in that, ironically, in that equanimity that your frequency will rise and that your positivity will expand. So please know that your experience of polarities right now is crucial for your ascension and you coming into higher frequency awareness and consciousness. So again, hold the polarity of darkness and light as equals and allow them to move through your system equally so that you are not suppressing but actually being with the difficulties, with the shadows, with what you call evil. And define the evil in quotation mark in a way where you can see that the evil is actually here to catapult you into higher frequency through a learning experience. Earth is a school of consciousness, a very difficult school of consciousness where the lower frequencies are catapulting you into the higher, so to speak. Was that you? Great. And was that only you? Great. So I'm asking her so as to know whether my consciousness is interfering with her channel. And it wasn't at this point, so that's really good. And the second question. There is a very easy way of taking decisions and making big choices, and that is to follow your excitement. It is a very, very easy way of living and the exact formula to live your highest vibration and highest timeline in your lifetime. Following your excitement means tuning into all of the choices that you have available and pick the one that holds the most excitement, most passion for you specifically. Not for anyone else or for society at large, but for you. So a decision is made very, very easily. It is to tune into what excites me most. Is it A or is it B? If it's A, you go that way. And you do that again and again and again. And your life path will then unfold in a very flowing, very synchronistic way so that you will end up exactly where you're supposed to be with exactly whom you're supposed to be there with, doing exactly what you're supposed to do. So following your excitement, your highest passion and your joy is really a simple organizing principle for your reality. And we highly, highly suggest and urge you to begin to follow your excitement, because it is in that state that you will raise your frequency. And with the raising of your frequency, you will begin to create the atmosphere that will enable open contact with us, your extraterrestrial family. So following that excitement and becoming these light towers of that frequency will spread that into the field around you so that you will become the leaders of the new earth, creating ripple effects of excitement and passion and flow into the field around you, guiding humanity on exactly the right path that is meant for you. So the two questions overlap in the way that this high frequency state exists, and it's actually acquired through constantly making the decision to follow your highest excitement. So in that way, those two questions synchronistically were very efficient in answering the most important question that there really is right now, which is how to raise your frequency so that you can create the reality and the new earth that you are just on the precipice of creating for yourself and for the galactic family that you are part of. Whew, was really in it. Was that you? Great. And was that only? Great. Yay. Okay, so that was it for today. If you want to leave any questions, please do so in the comments or in a sticker in my stories that I will post once in a while. But you can leave a comment here, and please subscribe if you find this interesting and want to explore Alva more. And yeah, leave your questions and I'll answer them here